Welcome back to another video, and today I'm joined with Julian,
Hello there.
and we're going to be showing you guys 5 different ways to do keyword research. Some will be free, some will be paid, and yeah, let's get into it. So method number 1, and I think this is probably one of the safest methods, one of the easiest ways. The only thing that you need to worry about is making certain that you don't have any overlap, is, for example, the the Google auto-suggest method, and that is, like, for example, if you're a law firm, you would do like lawyers for and then A. So then you would want to do a page for lawyers for asylum seekers, lawyers for assault charges, lawyers for accident, lawyers for a will, lawyers for adoption, so on and so forth. The one thing you need to be aware of when you are doing this method is that there will be some overlap, right? So, for example, if we take a look at lawyers for accident and also lawyers for auto accident, they're going to be very similar pages, so you don't want to be doing two different separate pages for this. Like if we do lawyers for auto accident, you'll see that there is a very similar set of results here. So if we take a look, you'll see you've got, for example, injury lawyers for you, and do they actually rank here? Actually, they don't, but you've got National Accident Helpline, you've got Aubrey Association Solicitors, Isaacson Solicitors, so it's a very similar set of results, and you've obviously got Slater Gordon on both for its set of results, so just bear that in mind when you are doing the Google Auto-Suggest method. You're not doing keyword cannibalization. Like in some cases, like for example, lawyers for buying a house and lawyers for buying a home, you're just going to need the one page for that. So just bear that in mind when you are using this strategy.
Method number 2, what you can actually do is use Google Keyword Planner. So I'll just share my screen, I'll show you what I mean. So if we go to share my screen right here, you can actually get free access to this, pretty powerful tool. And if you go to the Keyword Planner right here, inside the Google Ads account, you can either choose between discover new keywords, and you can either choose your topic, you can enter a site to filter unrelated keywords, or you can start with an actual website, right? So for example, let's take a random website like, I don't know, let's go with cakesbymk.com. We'll plug that in. Let's say that's one of my biggest competitors, and you can do this with whatever competitor you're trying to compete with, and then you can choose between using the entire site or using only this page. Now I would recommend you go with the whole domain and then go to get results, just because that will give you a wider net of potential keywords right here. And then what you can see is it's listed all the relevant keywords that we could potentially go for as well. It's given us the average monthly searches, which is based on Google's own data, so it's pretty useful. I wouldn't worry too much about the competition, because this is related to pay-per-click, not to actual SEO competition. But by doing this, you can easily find a bunch of keywords that your competitors have tried to rank for. We can download it as a Google Sheet right here, and then that should pop up in a Google Sheet in a second. But very easy and quick method to get your competitors' keywords based on whatever niche or whatever competitor you've got. And then once you've done that, it will look something like this. Yeah.
What one added bonus to what Julian's just shown is you can actually take that set of keywords and you can go over to ChatGPT and group the keywords together. Because like with my strategy, what you'll typically find is there will be overlap. Like, for example, it might be like cakes for vegetarians or best cakes for vegetarians, let's say, for example. And that's, in that case, you're only going to need one page for that. You might not need to create 2 pages. You will have keyword cannibalization. So method number 2, and this is a paid method, and this is with a tool called Keyword Chef. I believe it's actually pretty cheap to buy. Let me just check how much it actually costs. Keyword Chef pricing, I believe it's only like $30 per month, and you get 5,000 credits. You probably won't need as that many, or you might do depending on the size of your website. But you've obviously got a different set of ways that you can do keyword research. You've got questions, you've got wildcard, you've got best, you've got comparison pages. You also do have how-tos as well, most, alternatives, and ideas. This is what the wildcard feature looks like. So I've just put in again lawyers for star, and then you've got, like, for example, AI tools for lawyers, best keyboards for lawyers. Can I file a case without a lawyer? Can I fire my lawyer after settlement? Can I get a lawyer without money, etc., etc. So you've got all of these. The questions, it is actually taking a little bit longer to get that up, but let's see if we can get some. Let's see if we can get some alternatives. Or actually, we'll do ideas, right? Lawyers again. I'm hoping this doesn't take too long. Actually, your search is too narrow. Right, let's do keyword chef works best around activities like cooking. Let's do cooking. Let's say ideas. So this does also ideation. I'm hoping it's not going to take too long. There we go. So 4th of July cooking ideas, air fryer cooking ideas, Airbnb cooking ideas, animal cooking ideas, anniversary, so on and so forth. So you've got different variation. You can also do this for like comparisons as well. And the good thing is you also have got the filters up here as well. So like, for example, before, this kind of looks like a very scattergun approach, right? Like AI tools for lawyers. You might not want to publish that unless you've got an AI website. If you're like a law firm in New York, let's say, you're not going to publish an article like that. But let's say, for example, if you're a job seeking website, like if you're a recruitment agency, you could definitely add in, if we just reset and ignore all, and if we just only tick the jobs, right? So you've got like best work from home jobs for lawyers, lawyers for being fired from a job, lawyers for job discrimination. So you've got a variety, like you can filter out different stuff like that. You can also do like questions as well. So like questions for lawyers, good questions to ask a lawyer and stuff like that. But yeah, that's been keyword strategy number 2. What is strategy number 3 if I stop sharing my screen?
So strategy number 3, I'll share my screen right here. This is a paid method as well. So what you can do is inside Ahrefs, if you go to Keyword Explorer, which you can see right here, then filter down to whatever country you're trying to rank in. And from here, let's say, for example, you're in the coffee niche, we can type in coffee right there. Obviously, it's going to be really difficult to rank for that keyword. But if we scroll to the bottom left and we go to matching terms, we can actually filter down by keyword difficulty. So we can say, right, I only want to go after the easy keywords with low authority websites ranking, right? So low SDR just means domain rating. The lower it is, the lower the authority of that site. So if we say, right, we want low authority sites, aka DR30 or less, in the top 5, and easy keyword difficulty, hit show results, and it will give us a bunch of relevant keywords related to coffee that we could potentially rank for. And you can also filter by word count as well, right? So you can say, right, minimum 4 words, let's go for the long tail stuff that's going to be easy to rank for, and it should give us a bunch of ideas that are 4 words or longer each. So let's say you're going for like best coffee in the world, and you sell a coffee related product. That could be quite an easy keyword to go for, has a decent amount of searches, and it's got low authority websites ranking in the top 5. So pretty good to go.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. So strategy number 5, and this is the final strategy. If I share my screen, again, this is a paid way of doing keyword research. But all I have done is I've just searched New York lawyers, and then obviously we've got the top 3 results in the map pack. You can even do it in the organic listings as well. And I've just searched, or I've just put in casuallaw.com. This is just a made up dummy website. And I've went to content gap section on the left hand side. And then what I've done is I've just pasted in my 3 competitors, And if you then take a look at the intersections, you can obviously filter by free intersection. That basically means all free competitors are ranking for that keyword. Or you can do, let's say, 2. So let's just take a look at 2 intersections. You'll see that there are a lot of keywords that they are ranking for that we aren't. So, like, for example, you've got human trafficking lawyers, NYC childhood sex abuse lawyers, 24-hour lawyers, best civil lawyers, institutional abuse lawyers, so on and so forth. So you've got a lot of service pages that you want to build out with this strategy. If I'm being honest, there probably isn't like a right or wrong to any of these keyword research strategies. Like, am I under the right impression you would probably want to do all 5 different keyword strategies, Julian?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, just collate all of the potential options that you've got, and then figure out, okay, which one's the highest leverage one, which one's going to get me the fastest results in the shortest amount of time.
Yeah, definitely. And then there's like an additional way of doing keyword research. Like, you can always use AI as well. Like, we didn't even touch on AI, but you can use Google Bard. I know you're not a fan of ChatGPT anymore, Julian, but you can use ChatGPT. You can also use Claude as well. All of them do a fairly decent job when it comes to keyword research. So if you did want to use a completely free method, you could use that, and it will do like a fairly decent job. One thing that I would always say with the AIs and stuff is that the search volume, it seems to be a little bit off. So that's just the only one caveat to using AI. I mean, it's great, but it can obviously be a little bit off when it comes to that kind of stats. What's your ending thoughts, Julian?
Yeah, I think just, if you can collate all the options, they're pretty actionable and quick to implement. And then the next solution is, okay, what content do you create now? And I think you just plan out for the next 90 days. Okay, here's how much content I'm going to create per week, and here are the keywords I'm going to target. And also just be careful of making sure that, like you said, you don't cannibalize the keywords. So there might be some keywords you have on your list where there's like 20 or 30 of them that actually, they just need one page. They don't need multiple pages.
Yeah, definitely. I think the one good thing about this, of all of these strategies, is what I would be looking to do is adding them all into one sheet, and then using like Claude or, for example, Google Bard to group all the keywords into one, or sorry, not into one, but grouping the keywords into subsections. So, for example, if you're doing a website and let's say it's human trafficking attorneys and human trafficking lawyers, right? It probably deserves one page. You don't need 2 separate pages for that. Or if we go back to the cake scenario, cakes for vegans and best cake for vegans, that's again, it's probably only going to need one page. But because you're gathering information from all of these tools, it will spit out different results. So just bear that in mind when you are doing keyword research. But thanks for joining me, Julian.
Cheers, appreciate it.
And if you guys do want a free 15-minute growth strategy call for your website, make sure to check out casualdash.com. The link is also in the description. Thanks.